Hey fans, welcome back. Here is part two of the Twin Pod Cloud Car review from 2010. This is the 2010 version that was from the Clone Wars line. Now, as I said earlier in the video, how awesome this piece is. Now, you could tell a lot of big differences here from the Kenner version from 1980. As I said in the earlier video, it took 30 years to come out with a second version of this. First thing I gotta say is it is its perfect size, and when I mean that, it is smaller and will look probably awesome against that big Millennium Falcon, just because of its size. The other one was just very large. It just felt very unproportional than it was in the film. Now, with this, as you can see from the vintage one from the 80s, a lot more detail. It doesn't just have that landing gear feature. Now, the one in the 80s didn't do very well because it just had landing gear. It didn't shoot anything. It didn't make any sounds or anything. This one, it doesn't make sounds, but it shoots missiles here. And then, bear with me for a second. As I push this together, it shoots out more missiles from the sides. Now, you're probably wondering why I still have the plastic up here. Well, as I said earlier in my other video, I haven't really moved yet, so our lawyer keeps on pushing it back because we had part of our roof broke off of our house from a storm, so we want to move, but they keep on pushing it back, just all homeowner crap. But anyways, I left these on here. These were on here already, so the windows don't get scratched up. But it doesn't have any stickers inside, but it is very detailed, like they've been doing with a lot of the vehicles. And yeah, and also they managed their way to paint the back as well, the little engine on the back blue like it was in the movie. I know there's just a sticker on the original one. Now, there's one cool thing about this one piece. It can fit an original 1981 Cloud Car Pilot. It looked like it was a tight squeeze when I was putting it in, but it sat in there very snuggly. I don't have him with me right now. He's packed away down in one of my bins, but you guys get the picture. It could fit one. So that's a really cool thing about this. Not only it could fit the 2010 Cloud Car Pilot, but it could fit in the 1981 one. So you don't even have to go out and buy the vintage vehicle if you want to get something that's a little bit more better and, that's not going to fall apart on you like the older one. The older Cloud Cars, they're really cool because it's vintage and it's the original one, but the plastic tends to kind of fade away, and that's why I didn't want to get it again. And these start to yellow after a long period of time, the older ones. But yeah, so this is it. Now, I just wanted to throw out here, I did find one disappointment on another vintage vehicle that came out in 2010. It wasn't in the Clone Wars line, it was in the following line. It was the Rebel Armored Snowspeeder from Target. Now, with that really cool piece, looked like the vintage one from 1980. Didn't have any sound, but very detailed and screen accurate. Problem was, it can't fit a vintage Luke X-Wing pilot, so I had to sell it on eBay. I got my money's back worth of it, but it sucked. And the decals were the tiniest decals to apply in the world. So for all you vintage collectors who don't want to spend the money on the original ones from the 80s, from The Empire Strikes Back, stay away from the not the vintage snowspeeder, the Target exclusive snowspeeder from the vintage collection line, because it will not fit your Luke X-Wing pilot in the front cockpit seat. It'll fit it in the back, but that defeats the whole purpose. So that's why I sold it, got my money's back, because it is an exclusive. But I just want to give you a heads up there. That's the only disappointment. But there are a lot of cool things on it. They fixed the harpoon system where you could store the extra string. It was really cool just because of that one downfall in this decals. But most importantly, it was the figure issue. But in the meantime, I picked up a Power of the Force 2 Snowspeeder, and I had that when I was growing up in the 90s, so, you know, uh, has the vintage mold, so it will definitely fit your vintage Luke X-Wing pilot in that one. But yeah, those are actually being chased after. I know I'm going on a little bit of a tangent here, but I wanted to throw this out here. Power of the Force 2 snow speeders are actually right now being a little bit chased after. They're a little bit pricey on eBay. Uh, so I was very surprised about that because among collectors, Power of the Force 2 isn't really a popular line, but those vehicles are starting to pick up the price there. But anyways, going back to this, before I go, I just wanted to say, so here's the landing gear, and it just kind of flips up. I'm trying to figure this out. Hold on. Bear with me here. Sorry. So, yeah, so that's pretty much it. And this is the Twin Pod Cloud Car from 2010. I think it's the Clone Wars line or the Legacy Collection. I could be wrong. I don't really know the newer stuff like most people do. I'm only the vintage guy here from the 70s and 80s. But yes, so pick one up. I'm surprised this has not gone up in price. I bought this for like, God, how much did I pay? I think I paid like 30 in free shipping. I saw one on eBay a few weeks ago, $22, and it was like, I think either free shipping or shipping. I can't remember, but I knew it was 22. But that's a deal right here, and pick one up because I'm surprised these haven't really gotten any notice on them. But anyways, thank you, and hopefully when I move into my new house, I'll have. I did pick up some other vehicles that have been revamped and retooled. I'm not telling you what they are, but can't wait to review them for you. So thank you.